You'll be good. All is well. Don't fart.
Drop.
Well, good evening, everybody. We are Grievance Total Gaming Network, and this is the Bazaar cast, talking about EverQuest Next and EverQuest Next Landmark, and we want to welcome everyone to tonight's cast. With me this evening is Liette.
Hello.
Hello. And Phantom.
Hello, everyone.
A newbie to our cast.
Fresh meat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but he
Take
likes
it easy
to
on
build.
me.
Yes. Yes. So tonight, we have a lot to talk about, especially tonight's patch that we're all waiting to get into, right? More
Yes.
claims, snow, and more snow. I think a lot of people are tired of snow, though, but we'll see. So anyways, we have grapple keys to give away, so just look for Night Angel in the chat if you want some grapple keys. And we'll also be giving away an Explorer's Pack. So stay tuned, look out for that, see if you can catch it before everyone else does. Alright, so let's just get into the news that we have, and then we'll get into today's patch and the live stream from yesterday. But the only news that we have from this week, just in EverQuest Next, was we had one roundtable question talking about just changes that are coming with harvesting trees. So the question they put out for us for the roundtable question was, which aspects of the upcoming tree harvesting changes are you most interested in? Kind of a stretch question, but do you like tree harvesting? Anybody?
For my OCD tendencies, yes, it's fun.
Okay.
Have to say though, my choice on that was stopping deforestation by giving fewer logs that make mini planks. Because I mean,
You
have
know,
this
I
beautiful
chose-
forest, lots of trees, and all of a sudden barren wasteland. So yeah, I like the trees to hang out.
Yeah, I actually chose the same thing. I was like, I want to harvest less trees and have lots of planks,
Yeah.
because that's what we're
Yes.
looking for, right? The planks, because we want to craft and everything.
Absolutely.
But yeah. So the idea with this question, though, was just how can they make, or what are we looking most forward to about craft or harvesting trees? Because right now it's just run around and hold that chop and just keep chopping away, whatever, and looking for the burled wood, right?
Yep, and singing the lumberjack song.
Yep, over and over and over. So it's not any different materials or anything, but they're going to change that up. We'll see how they change it up soon. I think it's, what was it? They said phase 2 or so that we'll see this implemented, but we'll see. And yes, we're going to have mossy trees now, as they're saying in chat.
Great.
Mossy trees and pine trees. Got some pine trees in the snow area. So yeah, so kind of a simple roundtable question this evening, but they did have a developer diary on harvesting tools. And so we can, it's kind of an 8-minute video, but did either of you have a chance to watch the video on the harvesting tools?
Yes, it is really cool.
Yeah, it was cool kind of to see how they come up with the ideas of maybe the axe or different items that they are going to build. And so one thing I took away from this was how much detail they put into just these harvesting tools. So what do you think that means for EverQuest Next and weapons and different things like that.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I was looking at all these the silly landmark tools. They got posted up here. That's really cool. They're cracking me up. Like the chicken on the axe and stuff. It's pretty funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that could be some
We'll
really
have a pulverizer
really awesome looking
working
weapons in the game.
Let me put that up real quick. Well, first of all, at the end of it, they teased us with the pulverizer. Now, we talked about this before, but have you seen like how cool like the concept art looks for the like? So far, we have axes and pickaxes, right? And then now we have this pulverizer thing. It's like, oh, such a tease.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Well, I
go
want to
ahead.
see how that works with dynamite too. Oh, you got the video going. Cool.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, you see the pulverizer.
Oh
and
yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
But so here's just on the forums we got to kind of choose what the pulverizer would look like, right? And so to see how creative they're being with these weapons and tools and everything now, does it make you excited for what's ahead for Landmark and EverQuest next?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, the more variety you have, the more fun it is, I think. It allows for better character customization, and, sometimes it's just fun to beat somebody with a gnarly looking club.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
this is really cool.
Yeah, it is. And so I have this other in the forums they posted this. You'll see it in a second, but this other concept for a pulverizer that we didn't get to see, which I thought was pretty cool. It's the gnome pulverizer.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely want one of those.
I think that
Yep.
that was like
Yep.
out of all the concepts, I think that's my favorite.
That's neat.
Is the
Yeah,
the gnome.
as long as you
pulverizer.
can have it on your claim as like a lawn ornament for, lawn gnome. That's very important.
Yes, your tools, you just put them out in the lawn, and then you just
Yeah.
pick it up whenever you need to pulverize.
Absolutely.
Grab it by the hat. Come here.
Yep.
Yep, has
Might as well
the
might as
removable
well
hat.
pull double duty when it's sitting in the yard,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so at the end of the video, though, they had the interesting whiteboard of, I don't know. Oh, I passed it up. But anyways, you were mentioning it, Phantom.
Oh yes. Yes.
The whiteboard with all the secret tools that
Right.
are coming out. Did you guys get a
Yes.
chance to pick your favorite one of all these?
I did not yet.
There's
But,
some good ones.
I've got to keep it paused for a lot longer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get to that point, but anyways, my favorite was the big axe. I like the pen.
Yep, I like that one.
Yeah. Yes. And the Mick axe. I like the Mick axe. It's good.
Yep.
Yeah. And
The Schick axe, the razor, that's kind of a funny.
the Schick axe. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep.
Good one. But I think the axe is really going to be the best the best axe.
That's awesome.
Because it's just like the Schick, right? It's like just add more
Mhm.
blades and then it's gonna be better, right? Be better.
It's like an axe holding an axe. That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Gotta
good.
say the chick axe. That's a
Yeah.
winner.
Chick axe.
That's for use on other people
Yeah.
though.
The troll finger pickaxe kind of bothers me though. It doesn't look too.
Yeah, that's questionable.
What's your problem?
The
Come on, you just need some rigor mortis. Everything's good.
Yeah. See. Yeah, and I was just saying in chat too. The Twitch axe with the camera on the end. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yes.
Yep.
So funny. I hope maybe we might see some of these in the game. I don't know if they're gonna spend time
Right.
to create these or whatever, but it would be pretty funny. Like I don't know if you remember in like EverQuest 2 or I think even 1, like when you could have a shovel and stuff, like silly
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
But the shovel, I remember the first time the shovel came out, it was actually a pretty good weapon.
That's really sad.
Right.
So you're like, everyone's running around with a shovel.
I'm gonna peck you. Me and my chick axe.
Yep. Yep. So yeah.
That would be funny.
So anyways, the real news that we're all waiting for And if you got to watch the live stream yesterday, you got to see exactly what we're going to be talking about. But tons of news, tons of exciting things for this patch, probably one of the biggest patches of late that we've all been looking forward to. Just lots of new stuff. So first of all, new biomes.
Woo!
Woo!
Awesome.
New biomes. So anyways, we got the frozen tundra, which I think I was looking forward to the most. It's just like so different from the desert and the what would they call the other one? Just like a light forest.
Tropical.
Tropical.
Right.
Tropical. But the frozen tundra, to have snow, to have ice, to have pine trees and everything, like how different, like contrast is that from everything else that we've been building with. And so, because when I first started playing, or first started hearing about Landmark, the one thing I always wanted to build was like an ice castle or some frozen castle or whatever. Maybe someone's gonna build a wall from Game of Thrones or.
That'd be a lot of flames.
Yeah. Yes. And then the old growth forest. And so did either of you get to see?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But,
I have not yet.
Yep, I know I'm a horrible slacker, but really, really, really looking forward to the snow. That's going to
Yes.
be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, in the Twitch cast that they were showing, they showed the frozen tundra. So it's basically, and a lot of the new zones are going to have a lot more flat area, so that people have more area to build in.
Sweet.
But the snow area comes with new building materials. So we're going to get to build with snow, and we're going to get to build with ice.
Woohoo.
So they joked that everyone can stop using marble as their snow to make snowmans or anything, but now they can have actual snow. And then the ice looked really cool too. They put up like a wall of ice, and it glistens and it shines in the sun. But the old growth forest, it looked more like what you would think when you were thinking of like Fear Rot or something like that. And a cool thing that all the trees were like mossy and the ground was mossy and kind of moist or whatever. But the trees, when you look at all the trees, they actually have like, when you look at a tree and you think you see a face, like all the trees have like this kind of look that you think you see a face inside of the trees.
That's cool.
Which is kind of cool. So yeah.
Very Game of Thrones-ish.
Yeah, for real.
Very, very, very. So now we have the wall and face trees. So yes. So the new building materials: snow, ice. We have new grass textures, new stone textures. Any of these you guys are excited to use, or any plans to use them in any certain ways?
I love the new stone textures. Some of those that have the blue undertones are absolutely stunning. And once we can use water at some point, I think they'll really go beautifully. And be a gorgeous offset, even though they kind of cite them as being tropical use with the ice and snow, just to kind of give a very solid balance structure. Because you'll notice some of your resources, when you go to put them into blocks, are not fully smooth or polished. Compared to obsidian or polished marble, you have that rocky texture, which is fine. But the stone used like that can kind of be smoothed out and add that very, very symmetrical, perfect layering, to use with ice and snow and that kind of thing, which I'm sure are going to have more texture to it. So I'm excited to use it together, and that's my plan. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the ice is going to be really cool. I could envision like buildings like you'd see out of the movie Frozen or something, something.
Oh, yeah.
Some neat stuff could come out of that, for sure.
There are going to be lots of little Elsa
Absolutely.
people running around.
What?
Yep.
Little.
Yep.
I don't want
Out of Frozen.
I know. Out of Frozen.
She's awesome.
Is she?
Yes.
Let it go.
Yep.
Whoa.
Let it go. Okay.
Yep. No.
You went there. Okay. So we have new biomes, new materials to build with. But the most important news, another claim.
Woo.
That's exciting.
Another claim. But not just one extra claim, but 2 extra claims.
Just very,
Wow.
very generous. I'm very excited.
Now, have you guys found out you ran out of room, or wish you had bigger area, or
You're always going to want more space. So I'm not complaining. Especially, I know Steele, who's often on this cast, would like a much, much bigger space to build his castle.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I know.
Um,
He has a little castle, and it's literally like his wall is literally the edge of his claim, right?
it is. It is.
And so it's now he can add on to the sides or the back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be sweet.
Not sure what he's
Very
gonna do with
excited.
It is packed full on that claim.
Yeah. Yeah. Built up as far as he could, then down as far as he could. It was like, wow,
Mhm.
alrighty then.
Well, I think everyone was scared. Yes, or sorry, I'm answering the question. Zippity, is it Zippity? Zippity, they will be, when you get your claims, they'll literally latch on to the sides, the front or the back, or the top or the bottom of your claim. Or that's how it should work, right? You're just going to say your extra claim, and they have to be flush right next to your other claim. So you can't build it like off to the side or anything, but they'll be flush right next to it. So you'll just have two squares like a checkerboard next to each other. And so you'll have 3 claims all attached to each other. So we have 3 times as much room now to build, which I'm excited about because I have my little entrance area of Kinos. But now I can go into Kinos and start building some more. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
That's really cool.
It is. But I'm like on top of a mountain, so if I keep building out Kinos, I'm going to be going like towards sky. So now I'm going to have like Kinos all sitting on top of a mountain.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. Be kind of cool. But
Makes it versatile.
But the only thing I'm disappointed is when the new biomes come out, they're only going to be in the new zones right now, or else because they would have to do a wipe in order to add new biomes to our area. So like all of a sudden you log in, your area is not going to be covered in snow, right? You're still going to be in the same little zone. So people, if you want to build in a new biome, you have to go to a new server. So any plans to move?
Since
Not right now. I do like my little forest. I will like it more with less deforestation.
yes,
I'm thinking about it because I'm just on top of a desert mountain. I couldn't get a nice tree area. Nice.
Yeah, I got a nice flat tree area. Got really lucky.
I'd like to be in the snow area. Maybe I'll build like Hoth or something. I'll build like the Battle of Hoth.
No. You have to build Hallis if you're in the snow area.
Hallis.
Do us proud.
Hallis. Who
Yep.
was it? Steele last week. He kept talking about Hallis and how they lived in mud huts. I was like,
Yep.
Steele, have you ever been to Hallis? With the one thing I always hated about Hallis was getting to it because there was that little raft. And then I don't know why, but every time you like fall in the water, it was like so difficult to get out of the water, even though like the dock was like all skinny and stuff. For some reason, it's like the most difficult thing to jump up and get on that. Anyways, that's all I remember from Hallis is trying to do that, being in your little skirt or your little kilt, and being
that in a skirt. Watch it.
Skirts.
Oh my.
watch out.
What if you were a female?
Well, yes. Then it was a skirt, but on a
Okay.
dude, that's a kilt.
Okay. So yeah, so we have extra claims, extra room. Any plans for either of you on building something epically big? 3 claims big.
Well, I don't know if you've seen my claim, but I have basically nothing on it right now.
Yeah, mine too. I've
Um,
started at least 6 different things, and then I went, nope. So me and the heel tool have gotten along real well.
Hey,
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing, right? Is you, that's what a lot of us have been doing, right? We build, and then we're like, okay, I want to build something else, but we have no more space, right? So
Right.
okay, take it down. Let's build something else. Okay, I don't like that. Take it down. Build something else. But now we have space to build lots of stuff.
What have you
Yes.
tried so far, Phantom?
Honestly, not much. It's been a crazy few weeks. I haven't had a lot of time to play. But I started a wall, and that looked okay.
Walls
mean-
are good.
You've been hanging out with Memo too much.
Well, you see, I was going to say, like, I basically just gave up after I saw Memo's Cube, because how can I ever top that? I mean,
I know, like
I mean, that's genius. Is
When I saw
what do
that
you do?
square, I was like,
It's modern
Exactly.
art.
I
yeah.
was like,
Simple.
well,
And now he's gonna
I
be
can
able
never
to.
beat it.
He's gonna build ice cubes now. It's like,
Hey, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go to the frozen area, build an
Yeah,
ice
you
cube.
should totally
yeah.
build an ice cube tray.
That's the thing though. Like now we have to, like if we want the snow and stuff, we have to go to those zones and start just mining up snow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
You're gonna see a bunch of people like tonight and the next day just in the snow, just chopping away at the snow.
Oh,
I need some more snow. I need some more ice.
I really hope it doesn't melt though.
I don't
You
think it
know?
melts. We don't have water in yet, so
Okay.
if it melts, it's just gonna evaporate. It's gonna go from a solid to a gas and like instantly.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
No water. No water. It's gonna do the impossible. So, anyways, now have you guys tried making a garden before in your or using
I've not.
plants? No.
I have not.
Well, now you can. Because what people were doing at first was when you had like different plants on your claim, you could pretty much make like a template of that plant and place them everywhere. So people are using them to make gardens and everything. Well, now you can go out and get plants, and you can learn them and you can craft them.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
So now
That's
if
gonna be
you
really cool.
now if you wanted a mossy tree on your claim or whatever, or you wanted to make like indoor or something, and you want to have like bridges and Ewoks and everything on your claim, then you can go get all the trees that you need and make this epic tree house and have the Ewoks in it. Or you can get all the plants, like, because like you see some of the cool flowers or plants or whatever, and you're like, oh, that'd be cool to put on my claim, but you can't get it. Well, now you can. They mentioned that eventually, like right now we're just going to craft them, but that seems kind of silly to craft a plant, right? But eventually you'll be able to, in essence, harvest it and then take it to your claim and plop it down.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm okay with crafting them, quite frankly. It kind of takes the place of, you have grown this. Ah. Which would not go well with me. I tend to kill things. So, good with crafting it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'd definitely like to build a tree house, so yeah.
I know, I've been wanting to. Like, how epic is a cool tree house?
Very.
What if like an ice tree house? Ice
Be cool.
house tree. Or maybe
You gotta put it between pine trees or something, dude, because
But what about like a cactus house? Like,
a cactus
I
house.
don't know. Get like the
I
little
think that would
plants
be a
and
sticky situation.
Ooh.
I was gonna make an agave joke, but I don't know any. So, so one last thing. I don't know if you guys got to see about their business plan for Landmark. Did any of you guys get to read that?
I did not in depth.
Okay, but you heard about it. They pretty much, how are they going to make money off of us?
Right.
Well, they've been talking about that for quite some time between Player Studio and, we're expecting the in-game store, so not surprised.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
So first of all, then, how do you guys feel about just in-game stores buying stuff for real money, buying items in-game for real money? Phantom.
Well, for the most part, I don't have a problem with it. Sometimes it depends on the game. If you start to get in like pay-to-win type situations, I don't really care for that. But hey, for myself, back in the day, I could play MMOs for nonstop, basically, all the time in college. But now I'm older, but I have a lot more discretionary income. Things that I just hate doing, if I can just pay a few bucks and get past that.
Save yourself 10 hours, right?
Exactly. My time is worth far more than a few bucks to get past that part of the game if I just don't have the time to invest nonstop to get that. So, yeah, for especially as the MMO group or core players from 1999, 2000 type games are getting older, I think that's probably a smart move, really, because I think a lot of people will do that.
Yeah.
And be willing to pay that.
Definitely. Liet?
I really like how it was handled, for example, in Star Wars The Old Republic. You had the option of literally purchasing accesses to different things if you weren't a monthly subscriber. And if you were a monthly subscriber, it was essentially fluff stuff, um, which for many, many people is fun, including me. I obsess over my character's eyebrows, for God's sake. So, worth it for me. And I had a good time with it, when it's things like mounts and different clothes, hairstyle, make over your character because you are tired of being a green person or whatever. That's fine, and I have no problem with it. I don't like pay to win so much. That is where it gets a little sketchy for me. But if it's something that you can purchase that makes your gaming life more convenient and is a time saver, like Phantom mentioned, all for it. Seriously, my time's limited too, so I get that.
Yeah.
Even if they do something as simple as, oh, well, you can buy 3,000 burled wood, give me $10. Yeah, okay, here you go. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Go for
Yeah.
it, Sony.
Time
I will
saver,
pay
right?
you. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
I will get over that real fast.
And that's basically what they mentioned was, okay, obviously they are making money off of founders packs, right? For all of us that are in alpha, and we gave them our money because we like EverQuest. But basically, when you look at the roadmap, that eventually we're going to get to open beta where they'll have Player Studio, and we can sell some of our designs on Player Studio.
Hmm.
But they're also going to have the in-game store or whatever, where you could buy cosmetic items like you were saying, like a beautiful outfit or pets. You can get pets or whatever. But they're mentioning, like you were mentioning, Phantom, just stuff that could save you time. So if you don't want to spend 10 hours harvesting enough to get that epic axe or whatever that you need to just harvest a little faster, then buy it for $10 on the store and save you some money. So it's not like game breaking, but if you have the money and you want to spend it, Sony's going to give you the option to save you time. And it's not like, and everything that is for sale in the store, they mentioned that you will be able to get in game without real money. It'll just take you time and the harvesting materials. So it's not just something that you can only buy. Like there's no what is it, the mount like in World of Warcraft where you can only get it if you pay money, right? So yeah.
I'll agree with that, but yes.
Okay.
I'm all good with that.
So do
Yes.
any of you have plans to put stuff on Player Studio and try to sell it for real money?
Depends on how my tavern with the trapdoor and how the shack turns out. I've got to do myself proud here.
Yeah.
Shack's got to be real shacky.
And the cool thing they mentioned was a question people had was, how are we going to get paid? Is it station cash, right? And in the live stream they mentioned, no, it is real money. Sony literally sends you a paycheck for how much money you've made on Player Studio, and they send it every 3 months.
I feel so bad for their accounting department.
I know,
You
these
know?
people. What if you get a check for like 50 cents, right? Like, oh, I made 50 cents on Player Studio.
Better than no sense.
Make sure to put it on your taxes. That's what they said.
Yep.
Your 50 cents.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh
So-
my.
And we do have a night. Do we still have the Explorers pack? Getting towards the end of our cast, and so we do have an Explorers pack to give away. And so Night Angel is gonna be posting that if you guys are ready. Maybe, I don't know. We'll
Maybe.
see. She's been posting grapple hooks all night, but now she's gonna post an Explorers pack. So if you want to get into Alpha and see the snow, then snow will be yours for free.
And the mossy trees.
Oh, mossy trees,
Oh, yeah.
Don't
indoor,
forget the trees.
indoor, and Hoth. We can build an indoor and Hoth.
Like
Okay,
it.
Night Angel is ready. And
Oh,
there it is.
there it is.
Ah!
Yay.
people.
Okay. So anyways, yes, Player Studio is only for the United States right now because of, I think, legal reasons, tax reasons, trying to pay people outside of the United States. So yeah, there you go.
Makes sense.
At the
And
end
from
of
a
it.
banking standpoint, if they're literally sending checks it's not very convenient to, say, an Australian person to have to wait for the American money check to be converted for you. So it is kind of saving you an inconvenience, just from that standpoint, perhaps.
Yep.
So,
Kind of
yeah.
weird. Yeah.
I know, not much consolation. I tried.
Well, I'm in the States, so I'm gonna make tons of money. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some of the stuff people are building, and it's almost like discouraging, right? Seeing like how epic people are using like the microvoxels and everything, and different things people are coming up with. Like how am I supposed to come up with anything anybody's gonna want to buy when you see like how awesome some of these things that people are making?
I
I
know
think
it's nuts.
it is. I think some of the things that are going to be big sellers are just bits and pieces, like really good sets of stairs, really cool archways, really, really great columns, and just your basics of crafting. A really awesome window and a wall that you can just copy paste again and again. That sort of thing, I think people would put out
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
think
money for.
that's to me that's what I was thinking too. Is gonna be the most sold things, not maybe like at big towers or anything, but specific like a cool looking window,
Hmm.
right, or a cool railing or whatever that you can build in your house, or a picture. Like people have been making pictures and designs for walls and stuff. And
Hmm.
so the things that take time and are hard and are creative, kind of like what we would buy in real life, right? We're not gonna.
Hmm.
I mean, we buy a house or whatever, but for the most part, we buy that once in a great while. But we buy little art pieces or little things to put in our house, and if people make cool
Sure.
looking stuff, then we're gonna buy it and put it in our house.
Yep.
Because
Absolutely.
we could spend 10 hours trying to figure out how they did it and do it, or we can pay them 50 cents, a dollar, or whatever, and just have it in our house.
Hmm.
Have it
And
nice.
people are going to want to customize, so having those pieces of things to put together and make something even better, hopefully, um, should be worth it. So have at it, people who make bits and pieces, building blocks.
Yeah, really.
Yes, build your bits and pieces. So, any
I
other
would.
thoughts?
Really excited? Yes, no.
I know I want.
I
I
know.
don't. I don't know if I don't even know if the servers are up yet, but I hope they are. I don't
I
think
can't
they
wait to
are.
see that.
I don't think they are from the. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. They said the selection tool should be improved with this patch.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Thank you, Sony
yes.
gods.
We know about the smoothing tool, selection tool yet. How do you feel? Tell us.
I'll believe it when I see it, one. No offense, Sony, but seriously, that thing is from the devil.
Yeah.
And two, I still might not use it, so brace yourself.
Uh,
Or at least not very happily. Thank
okay.
you for working on it. I really appreciate it. Go team.
Yes. Go team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Talking about Landmark. We've got more stuff to talk about, especially next week once we get to actually get in and test out the new biomes and the new materials and building and all that good stuff and epic larger claims. I look forward to it. So
Yep.
thanks, Phantom,
Absolutely. Thanks for
for
having me.
coming on. Yes, Liat, lovely as always.
Thank you.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter, guys, at Grievance Gaming and at Dashivah. Make sure to go to our website at grievancegaming.org and follow us on YouTube. Make sure to go check out all our videos and all our other casts. And yeah, good luck to everybody that got the keys, got the grapple hooks. Make sure to tune in. We're here every Thursday at 6, what is it, Pacific time, or what time is it for you guys? 8 o'clock Central time?
Or 9 o'clock
Or
Eastern.
9 o'clock Eastern, whatever you want to do.
Or that.
We're all trying to do math here. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you in the new stuff.